Hello everybody and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. So I'm very busy just sorting out the animals to begin with today. This pallet fork isn't as effective as usual at picking up Hestons. Or maybe it's never been that effective with Hestons, I'm not too sure. But I've just given a Heston bale to the cows in there, which was 11,500 litres. Boosted their hay. We're not going to do total mixed ration yet, so they don't need it because they're not even reproducing. But eventually we'll have silage, which actually we can start to cut today. We can start to cut the grass for silage. But there will also be lots and lots of maize. So maybe we should not do the grass for silage? I don't know. But the most important thing I think today is to spray every single arable field with herbicide. As far as I'm aware, every single field is now infested with weeds, which is what I was waiting for, because there's no point in renting a sprayer, doing one field, then resting, incurring another fee, and then doing another field. We might as well just do it all in one day. And yes, that will still have some left in it, because the sheep already had about 5,000 litres of feed, and yes, their capacity, trough capacity, is actually the same as a Heston bale, 11.5. But the cows have got tons of space, but that, although looks bad, is enough to keep them going for probably 5 days. Also, they do need straw. We actually do have straw. I really should do that, because then we can get manure. Just depends if I can just give them a bale, or if I have to shred it. But there's no harm in trying. We have loads of bales just over here, so we'll pick one up, and we'll see. I need to also make sure I find the correct place for it. Now, that's interesting. It went straight into this bale fine. Maybe I just had the times too high. Maybe. Oh, also that pit is ready. We were going to sell the silage which is in there because we just don't need it. Right, I would say that the straw will go... No, that's the milking parlour. Well, it's the milking machine. Maybe in here, that would be an obvious place to put straw. Yes, I think I would want my straw where I'm resting. But then, yeah, where's the trigger? Ah, that is the trigger. I got it in one. Nice. I would expect them to take all that, yeah, and probably way more. Yes. Well, we don't actually need to keep the straw for any other reason, I don't think. Well, I suppose padding out total mixed ration, but we'll have done another harvest by then. So I probably should just transfer all of these bales. Yeah, I'll do 2 at a time. We've got a massive weight on the back, so this telehandler can certainly lift 2. It could probably lift 3. Maybe even 4. But once I'm all done here, I will indeed get the sprayer. We have the money to rent it. We will probably have to purchase herbicide. Okay. Probably just tip them off actually. We don't really need to drop them off nicely. So it's taken both of them as well. And now for the final 2. Providing I can actually get through the door, I could just pick them up like this. Yes, I have already contacted the wall quite nicely there. Oh, careful. There we go. It is a pretty wide door. We could sort of go in at an angle. Yes, that would be best. Lovely. So there we go. That is a massive amount of straw delivered to the cows for their bedding. Tip it off again. It spreads. It's like the room filling up with water, but only it's straw. So that has actually almost filled their capacity for straw. So now we should be able to see manure being stored, although do we have a manure storage area on this farm? I'm guessing we do, it must be here. Is it here? Separated manure, 0 litres. I would say it's there, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait for more to... well, we'll have to wait for something to be produced. Come on cows, we're waiting for you. Get pooping. You've pooped on your straw. Right, in that case, I'm guessing you're supposed to... Yeah, because it says we're in the manure heap now. Probably scoop it up here and then take it to that pit outside for storage. which is actually much more realistic because then we have to actually muck them out. So I'm happy with that, that's great. Right, okay, we better close that door behind us, otherwise we're going to have some cows escaping. And we will now grab, I think probably the 5475 will be a good tractor to do the spraying with. Let's see here. Yeah, we've still got the mower attached, so that's removed. Yes, that field has got weeds. They're not that infested though, so we might not need that much herbicide. It is more the amount of land that we actually need to cover. There is quite a bit. But yeah, I'm surprised how few weeds there are. It's really not bad. But that field up in front of us on the right hand side is our other grass field. It's only been cut once. So really, yeah, it would be a shame not to make the most of it. These two fields, well actually these three fields, are the others that we did. There's quite a few weeds in that one actually. Big patch of weeds. That one's got a few as well. So yeah, we've got to cover quite a bit of ground, but we don't really have to consume much herbicide. Yeah, so the stuttering is just because of the update, which happened recently. It's just loading everything back in. And we're going to sprayers. I think it makes sense to go... Well, I suppose we are renting, so we could go... Oh, actually... This... that would be super expensive, yes. See and spray, the spot spraying. Very expensive, and that would be 4,666 to rent, so I would love that, but yeah, we just can't do it. So in that case, we are looking for... Well, that's 24 metres working width. That's up to 33... 33, yeah, so we're going with probably this one, 64,500. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the best price here. It's actually really close to that one, but it is ever so slightly cheaper. I've never used it though, but would you pay £500 more for a brand? Okay, I've decided I will go for the other one, not because of the brand though, I'm sure they're all great, but the capacity. Yeah, we've got ever so slightly higher capacity on this one for just a bit more, so we'll lease that, 3,315, and we will get that on the back. We'll get some herbicide purchased. It shouldn't take more than an hour, we should get this done pretty quickly, because we are just going to fly over those fields. Right. And herbicide, get 2 of those at least, no 3, then we can fill it, and we will need it eventually. If not all today, we might need it all today. Okay, so it's almost full, and now a bit out of this IBC, and we're full. Shame I can't carry it actually. If I had like a front 3-point linkage pallet fork, we could take the IBC around with us, or a front loader, but that would probably be a bit more in the way. We'll start here, for the only reason of it being closer. Yeah, there's no other reason at all. They all need to be done. Nice wide working width. Sorry car, just going to boom out over you. Get that lowered, and yeah, I've gone and immediately made a big mistake and hit a street light, and now I've hit a car. It's a great first day. We will try that again. That might be my only mistake of the day, but I've made it, and I've done some damage. Luckily, damage that won't cost us anything at all. Oh, we almost got that in one pass. But I suppose I could just overlap from the other field. That would be fine. Looking good. And I will be time-lapsing all of this. I think we will get everything done in one time-lapse. Because I'm sure it's not a job that you really want to see me doing that much. But it's a job that has to be done. Oh, the pylon, that's going to be annoying. well, I will figure out a way of spraying around the pylon. Well, there's been plenty of boom bending going on. I've hit pretty much everything there is to hit, but it's fine. Yes, luckily in this game we can just say it's fine. The fields are almost finished. So I think just spin round, cover that side, and we'll be done. And then I'll empty the herbicide in the yard, and then really I don't think we have any reason to keep this sprayer. I'm pretty sure every field is covered with enough nitrogen to make it as profitable as possible, but I will of course check first. The only fields which won't need nitrogen are any which have things like soybeans in. Okay, yeah, I think that's done. Right, quickly on to the precision farming. pH is good. Nitrogen, oh wow, this one hasn't been. I thought this had. Right, okay. So, what crop is this? Oh, maybe canola doesn't need it. It does say nitrogen is bad though. I know that soybeans don't need it. I thought canola didn't, but then, yeah, I think I must be wrong there. Well, what we can do is put some liquid fertilizer in and try it. I can only assume that if it doesn't need it, it just won't take anything. I don't know. I'll try and find a help menu for this. Yeah, there is a help menu, but I didn't see anything. I might have just missed it. We've got our own fertilizer spreader. I thought I did it. Okay, yeah, well, we'll empty this. We'll take this back, and then I will get the spreader and see if it's going to have any kind of impact, because it will tell us how much it needs for that soil type and for that crop. Actually, no, canola would need nitrogen. It must just be soybeans, so it does need doing. I can't see why canola wouldn't need nitrogen. Okay, right, so let's just back up. That'll be good. And we can return it from here. There we go. How much do we have in the spreader? We've got a bit in the spreader, so we're going to need a bit more. I thought I had done this, but apparently not. At least we have this wide spreader on the back, this extender. Right, let's see what it says. Yeah, it does say it's applying 666 kilograms per hectare. And if I go on to here, is that the right one? Nope. Yep, that's changing everything, so it does need doing. Really, 29, 1, 8, and 2 need doing. 29 is fully grown though, so probably after it's been cut. So now I will do this. I'm going to have to go and buy some fertiliser. I'll do for number 2 as well if it needs it. Well, if it's the right crop. I think it is a crop that requires it. In fact, I don't think I've even put any soybeans in. So let's make everything as good as possible. That's all looking so much better. Now, will it allow me to put this on here? No. Maybe it hasn't grown enough. Oh, it's already perfect. It was. I was just looking at this, it didn't look very good, but that must just be all the grass requires. So that is it done for now. 29 can be done, as I said, after we've cut it. So we can just keep all the fertiliser in the spreader as we own it. Put this back here, and I still have my beacons going on the other tractor. Oh yeah, and it did pop up saying that there's no space left for eggs to spawn. So we better go and check that out. That must be over here. Yes. Yes, the shelves are full. So how much are eggs worth? 3,318 at the farmer's market and decreasing. It's currently January, so we've missed the best time. We might as well sell them. So I've grabbed the Merlot, and we're going to have to put them onto the lorry, I think. We do have the trailer for the lorry, but yeah, we might as well just put them on this. I'm really looking forward to fully loading the lorry with all the big Heston bales of straw. We will be doing quite a lot of baling. Obviously nothing in the cornfields, unless there is a mod which allows you to bale corn stalks. Not one that I'm aware of. There might be one for canola, that would be great if there is. I seem to remember the one for 17, FS17 was for corn stalks and for canola. That was great. So I think we have 3. Yeah, I don't think there's any more anywhere else. Let's just put those tines closer together. And I'll try not to make an omelette. With the amount of chickens that we have though, it's hardly surprising that we've run out of space. It's also quite wild, this yard. They're everywhere. They're taking free range to a new level. They're crackers. Look at them go. That one was like, no, you're stealing our eggs. And finally, this one here. And then there'll be space for more to spawn. 1,400 litres per pallet, not bad. This one can go right on the back. And the beacon of light has lit up over there, so that must be the direction that we're heading in. It might be close to the place where we sold the sugar beet. Not too sure. Put some straps over. Good. And yeah, I think tomorrow we'll just do all of that grass work in one go. We'll cut it, I think we'll tell it, and we'll bale it. I think we'll do hay, because we just don't need more silage. And that reminds me, the silage that we do have must be sold, but do we have a bucket for the Merlot? We'll have to buy one, I think. Okay, right. Let's just keep following that beacon of light. And I know it was a little bit monotonous doing all of the spraying and the fertilising, but it will pay off It's worth it. Oh, it's not far away at all. It's right here. That's great. Nice and local. Bad junction though. Okay, prepare. Whoa, I thought we tipped over. Prepare to be paid. It's coming in. It's looking good. That's going to give us the money for the Merlot's bucket. So over £14,000 there. Let's just take a look in here. Telehandler tools. Do I have a bucket? Oh, we do have a bucket. Okay. I'll have to try and remember where I've put it. But off we go. Back to the yard. There's my trailer. It will be used soon. Park that with it. Right, so that bucket then. Where did I have a bucket? What was I using a bucket for? I really can't remember. Oh. No, that's not. That's for a front loader, isn't it? No, that's the one for the front loader, which we don't need. So I've sold that. But there is indeed a universal bucket somewhere. I'll find it. Aha! There it is. No wonder I didn't know where it was, because I've never used it before. The farm must have started with it. I think. Although, now somebody's going to tell me that I did put it there. But that's fine. The point is that we have it, and we can now scoop up the small amount of silage that we have. So I have to bring our trailer out. Let's just hope the price is good. That trailer probably won't fit to this, but it's worth a go. Oh, it does. Very nice. These Merlots are very multi-purpose. So I'll just position that, I'd say about there. That should be fine. And we will open up the pit. It is very small. But it's just some more money for us, because we have to fill this up with all of that maize. There's going to be so much to put in here. And that'd be a good way of finishing. We'll finish by making some money. Ready to spend next time. Yes, I can see this bucket having a lot of use actually on this farm. Although when we have 3 of those maize fields harvested and turned into silage, I might have to find another way of picking it all up again. It's going to take a long time. Either a big high capacity bucket or a conveyor belt, I suppose. Probably a big bucket. I do tend to go for big buckets. Okay, probably 2 more bucket loads and then we're done. It certainly should all fit. We're left with a very, very small amount, but it will all fit, and I've just checked the price and it's actually almost as good as it could ever be. January is the best month for it. And as it's 3 PM, I don't see the price changing too much. 40%, okay. So I do have a beacon of light again. It's very close to the farmer's market, just a little bit further. So we'll attach to the trailer and we'll go and make some money. I love that the mirror is actually aligned, so we can actually see the drawbar of the trailer. Very, very useful. Because like sometimes mods have the mirror, but it's not actually pointing in the right direction. So that is a very nice touch. Makes it so much more realistic and easier to play in first-person view. Yep, so it's 75%. 14,000 litres. If we had had more than the trailer, we could have taken some in the bucket. So I think we do turn right as if we are going to the farmer's market, but then we don't go to the farmer's market. We continue on, and we should find... well, I can see a BGA already. Just trying to look for my beacon of light. Yeah, it's over there. It must be left, I guess. Oh no, there is an entrance over there. Now it's left. And we can go over the weighbridge. What do we weigh? 24 tons. 24.5 tons. Okay, so... yeah, it must be here. That's just where it's put the beacon of light. Hopefully it will just let me tip it here. Yeah. And the money's coming in. Lovely. Right, so what a fantastic way of finishing the episode. £8,195 plus the 437 environmental score reward. And I think that was just off one field. I think that was field number 29 the first time around. So that's not bad. And next time it will be hay, because yeah, the bulk of the silage is going to be the maize. Oh dear. Yeah, anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Please do stay tuned for more from this series. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.